What's goody, everybody? It's full-time trip. We're back in the building. Portsmouth, Pompey 1, Arsenal 4 at Fratton Park, baby. It's a nice, overall pretty fun day out in the FA Cup third round, and we have leaped over essentially that third round curse of just getting dropped off in every, you know the gist. If you've been here long enough, you know the gist, man. But hope everybody's doing well. Hope everybody's enjoying themselves on the Sunday kickoffs across cup competitions and what have you. Make sure you like, comment, subscribe, all that good stuff. But yeah, overall a pretty fun game. Started with some fracas out the gate. We go 1-0 down from a Colby Bishop goal. Kepa tried to make a save, but it fell right to the path of Colby Bishop in there. The press was on heavy, and I'll get to that in a second. We get back in a few minutes later from a set piece. I thought it was Norgard at first, but it was an own goal from Andre Dozel. But then after that, it's just continuing to keep pushing from set pieces, from a Gabriel Martinelli header, a great goal on a quick restart, I believe was his second, and then that third set piece as well in the 72nd minute with his kind of like he was facing the opposite way, but still got something on it. Great instincts in the box. And we go up 4-1, and honestly should have been more. Again, one thing I'll say about today, we went from, it was a good test. Again, 10 changes, cup side, a lot of people who were on the fringe, a lot of people who we wanted to see, again, get minutes. Again, one of those players being Nwaneri, which we'll get to them and all those players in a second. But a very different test. And honestly, a very, very interesting test in Portsmouth, where they're, again, one of the highest pressers in the championship. I'm pretty sure their stats were pretty high, like second in like pressing statistics generally. But it was nice to see that test. It was, again, crazy to see how quickly we capitulated under that for a brief moment for that first goal. But still, it was good to see everybody adjust, everybody kind of get some form and just rhythm in the game. And it was some really, really cool and good things brewing amongst a lot of the players who were, again, playing for the majority of that game, people that we saw come in. Want to break that down as quickly and efficiently as I possibly can. But overall, it was a fun game to watch, and it was good to see the adjustment from how, Pompey was pressing us in the beginning stages of the game, how we contended with that. Some really, really good signs and passages of play that I've seen from our build-up that I thought was the biggest, delta change in how confident and composed we were in build-up. Yeah, overall, still a little bit of issue with kind of the ruthlessness and the efficiency in front of the box in terms of, we've created a lot of chances. I'm curious to see what the XG stats were, but I'm looking at some things here where we had 13 shots, 5 on target. I think field tilt will probably tell us a big story as well, but I know there was a lot of great chances that were essentially missed, and some things that were there. The penalty as well. By the way, Kay, I don't know if you on penalty duty. No, I think we solved that, bro. I think we might have to get somebody else on that, but that's beside the point. Outside of that, we'll get to him. But I thought we could have been, again, probably 3-1 up by halftime, to be honest. I can't remember off the top of my head the great chances that were there. Please let me know in the comment section below if you remember. But I know there was 2 other real gilt-edged chances that we just didn't convert. And that's something that's still continuing to ail us. And I'm hoping as we're going through, we find that impetus to just start tucking the ball away in some really, really, really key moments and positions to where, again, we can just be in a comfortable state. We eventually got there, but when we have those chances against better sides, we might not have the opportunities on the back end to really, again, just put people to the sword. So hoping that continues to improve. But not much negative, honestly, not much negative overall. I don't want to harp too much on individuals and such, but while I'll focus on that in the individual section, I'll give it a second. I don't want to be all super negative and anything like that, but there really was not much negative stuff to go off of today. But yeah, that was good. One thing I'll say from a general team standpoint, the build up and the purpose in passing was really, really good. Obviously, there were some people who were at the heart of that, but some really, really good stuff, especially on one of the goals. And there was several, I think there was a good handful of those chances that happened where we were on the run and we were able to flash balls across the box and get people into those positions, and not necessarily on a cutback when they were deep, but we could just kind of play it early essentially, and have some of those moments where we could strike from something on the run, getting the back line unsettled of our opponents and making something happen. So I was loving that. I believe that was a pass from Jesus that got Gabriel Martinelli's second goal. That was really good. Yeah, just those things in terms of chance creation and hopefully adding more variety, impetus. Shout out to Kingdom Prince. We talk on, again, Twitter all the time. That's my guy right there. He said something that kind of sparked my mind into thinking of that, like, yo, there's so many positions that we can assess and do something different to what maybe we're programmed to do, or maybe what would call for a normal passage of play. You know, we can go against the grain, and these players, it's up to them to go against the programmatic grain in certain situations that call for it to produce those moments. So an early cross, again, across the face of goal to make something happen. Again, like putting things through channels, like the moments of organic chaos, organic just assessing of a situation and moving. It's up to these players to make happen. We already have the structure. We already have the order of out of possession dynamics, of being really great defensively as a team from, again, top to bottom. And when we get our hands on the ball and when we build up and when we do these certain things, when we get into the final third, especially, specifically, honestly, in this context, how can we create chaos? How can we create those moments? Again, Prince pointed out very aptly, it was funny how that organic moment and how we can change the picture and just create a different look, ask a different question. Funny how it came from probably one of our most naturally dynamic players in Gabriel Jesus, but that's something that the whole team can do. I fully agree with this point. That's something that the entire team can commit to, not necessarily his level of dribbling through players and being you know, ingenious in that point, but just committing to a different action, seeing a different look. You know, being bolder in that action. If you're seeing somebody making a run, try and take the run. You don't have to be always, again, super more safe than sorry. You know, you can have the chance to take liberties. And I'm sure at this point in the season, if not from the beginning of the season, Arteta's been encouraging the team to take more risks, to be more proactive, to be more chaotic in that sense. Not fully forget the structure of everything, but when you see situations, try and make something happen and don't fall into a lull of security and safety in the system, because we have to keep on the foot of the opposition. We have to keep the foot on the gas, the tempo, the danger. We have to continue to ask those questions to make that again, the overall, I guess, fear factor of playing us. If we don't ask the questions, more than likely people are gonna be like, they're not gonna ask the questions, so we're here, we're gonna just defend how we defend, we'll let people go that way or whatever, and you're gonna play the same game that we know. If you change up the questions, that's more for them to think about. Again, I've consistently said this, and while a lot of we made a lot of great chances today, that's something where, you know, whether it be in dead ball situations when teams are blocked up against us, or we're in again, just quick start situations that we can advance the ball faster, move it into a channel, see what happens. I think it just turning that notch up a little bit more, especially in this back half of the season, to be more unpredictable, to take those chances. That's what's gonna make us a much more, again, dangerous, unpredictable, and just harder to beat team from an offensive standpoint. That's just where we have some legs to go in that area. But that's just my general thought on that. Let me just run through the lineup really quickly and give some shout outs from an individual standpoint. I thought for most of the game, Ben White was actually really solid. I liked Ben White's cameo in general. Again, seemed pretty composed. It was good to see him there and working and doing his thing. So shout out to him on that. The yellow card and like the back half of the game when he was getting tired, he was getting a little pissed off. It was like definitely old man Englishman type thing. Like he got megged. He was like, man, I'm not doing that. Like he wasn't going for none of that stuff. No nonsense. So fair play. But I thought overall was a decent cameo from him. While Miles Lewis-Skelly did not have the greatest of games defensively, I thought, at least in the moment, the quick thinking, the ingenuity, kind of the calmness, and making things tick over on the ball was still there in senses. So I want to big this kid up for the positives. Again, for people who are constantly on his case, and we know he's not at the defensive levels that he was last season. Again, being out of rhythm, being in a packed squad with so many fullbacks that are highly rated and are just on form. Again, Cal Fiore before all the injury stuff this season, he's been on form. He's been that guy in that position, and that's undeniable in my opinion. So being out of rhythm as Miles Lewis-Skelly, being young as Miles Lewis-Skelly, still learning things, still trying to get more stuck into the system and all that. It might not be, you know, he might take a quick step back in his performance levels because he has to get back up to speed. He has to get back up to that. It's not guaranteed that you can just drop in and be there. I wish it was, and for some people it actually is. But again, every player is different, and I'm not going to sit up here and condemn him and say, yo, he shouldn't play for us again or blah blah blah, whatever nonsense some people are saying online for the fact that he's having a rough patch as a young player. I'm not gonna do that. And he still has a lot to offer. He still has a lot to grow into. So for the moments that he gave to help us get that, I believe it was a third goal, he was pivotal in that and playing quickly, getting it to Jesus, so Jesus can get it across the net to Martinelli. I'm gonna, again, just be patient with him. And I know he's gonna continue to find form. We're gonna need him over these next few games while Calafiori's getting back up to speed. All right. Who else is in there? I want to skip over a few of these people. Norgard, I thought, had a solid performance as well. Again, a good center back cameo. He knows when to step out. Was really, again, his passing range really I thought was really positive. I thought it was really positive just from that center back role. Again, ticking over, keeping things calm, again, amongst the back line when they were pressing, going long when he needed to. I thought Norgard was pretty solid. I thought he was pretty solid. I'm not sure if he was at fault for that first goal as well. I don't know if he was somewhere in there, possibly. I can't remember, but overall, I thought he had a good cameo. Well, who else was out there that I want to give some shout outs to? Madueke, outside of the penalty, one, his corner taking ability has been much improved, honestly. Again, the set pieces will speak for themselves. Thought he was much better from that regard in those again moments and delivering a good cross in. And again, everything outside of that final action has been so dynamic. That has not changed. He's taken on players. We should have scored a goal off the penalty, but that's a whole nother thing. That's a whole other aside. But he's been really good. That dynamism is so valued, man. That's gonna come up clutch for us in many games this season. So shout out to him for that. Who else is around here that I gotta, give some plaudits to? We'll give some. I'm gonna get right to it, man. Now, when it comes to sharpness, when it comes to somebody being on it, when it comes to taking responsibility, there were not many players who took on more and were more polished in the game than Nwaneri. I got to give some shouts to Nwaneri. Again, when many people were like, "Oh man, it's a Cesc Fabregas arc. Oh, is this, that, and the third. Oh, you got to loan him out or da. Apparently, according to reports, this man said he wants to stay. He wants to learn. He wants to stick in because he knows he has a role to play. He has a lot to see, and he knows, and deep down, he can be of value in this squad at this moment in time. And I believe it too, and I agree to that too. There's many people that just want to start to throw in and throw him into the again, the fray. And again, the quest and the climb for him mainly, I think, is just the out of possession work. And I thought it was, again, obviously like decent today. There was a couple moments where it was shaky, where Jesus was trying to communicate with him, but I think overall the sharpness, the drive that he has, the nous that he has, man, he's just such a good player. And you saw it specifically today, especially when Pompey pressed. There were so many moments where I was waiting for somebody to say, okay, how are we gonna get out of the situation? Who's gonna carry into the open spaces that might have been created from multiple players committing to, 3 people jumping on Merino, and they're pinned back in the space behind them. More often than not, Nwaneri found those spaces, drove into those spaces with purpose, and found ways to get on the ball, found ways to get people involved, found ways to, again, just create danger with his carrying. And that's the one thing over the past several games that many people have cried out for: more carrying with conviction into those spaces to create different questions, to create different scenarios. And he was adept at that today. And I think that just showed a glimpse of what he can help provide the side in moments where, we're deadlocked. We need somebody to step on the ball. We need somebody to, carry. We need somebody to take responsibility to get us out of tough jams against press, against whatever's coming up against us. And he did very well. He did very well. The sharpness was there. I was just loving his all-round play. He obviously has more to give this season, so we got to give him his just due and just back him and not think that, like, why does a player, who is still young, again, him and Miles Skelly damn near the same age, so why are we always saying he has to go somewhere else or whatever? He still has something that he can provide the team now, so get behind that now. That's where I'm at. Who else is out there, man? Marley Salmon looks pretty calm on the ball. First professional minutes in the FA Cup. I believe he's Arsenal's youngest FA Cup player, debutant, whatever you want to call it. He looks solid. Again, I can't wait to see him continue to develop. He's gonna be a beast. I think he's already got the calmness on the ball, the nous, just to, again, play around, not be too rash, not be too hurried, just understand where he is, be confident in his passing and his abilities on the ball. Looks like he can put in a good tackle and stick in off the ball as well from a defensive perspective. Like, I'm excited to see more of him as well. Let me see who else is out there, man. Let me give a quick shout outs. Kai Havertz. Kai Havertz, man. King Kai is back, and he looks like he's floating, bruh. He looks, is it just me? Is it, you know what I'm saying? Am I begging it? I don't know. Please let me know. But off the rip, first touch, getting acclimated. Second and third touch, trap the ball. Great pass down to Nwaneri on the right-hand side and gets a chance out of that. Again, the all-round play, the impact that this guy brings from anywhere on the pitch, dragging players around, being composed in the build-up, putting the body on people when he needs to, being an outlet. Like, again, the all-round play, people... And I hate that people have to use Gyökeres as a beating stick, but that should not negate the innate quality and isolation that Havertz has to improve this team, to be good in this team, to make this team play smoother, play tougher, play, again, attuned to whatever situation that may be out there and available. He is great. He's a great player, and I'm happy to see him back. Some really encouraging positive signs. I don't want to get too ahead of myself, but I saw some really encouraging things, especially from a fitness perspective, pressing perspective, look calm on the ball, good stuff to get touches in the box. Can't wait to see his first goal back, but he was close to a couple, honestly. But yeah, I'm excited to see him back, and that's just nothing but boding well for our second half of the season, man. Again, February verts, March verts, April verts, May verts, we need all of that. You know what I'm saying? I need every verts. We love that, man. A man that was close to my man of the match, but there's one person that just couldn't be denied today. Mikel Merino is another standout player for me really quickly. He showed why he is a Spanish international in that performance, man. In the first like 45 seconds when Pompey were pressing, I was like, yo, I fully expect Merino to have a really tough task because they're not going to let up. They're going to be on his ass. It like immediately, with haste, ASAP, no Rockies. You know what I'm saying? Like, but the way he evaded pressure, the way he found the right pass at the right times, the way he, again, consistently was in build-up, just a consistent, just threat. You know what I'm saying? Like, they didn't catch him off. I don't think there was too many, again, like, just balls that he lost when it came to him. His timing was right. Him just moving out of the blocks was right. Like, just lovely. The thing that really got me today with him, his passing range. His passing range was really good. I think it was really good. There's that one pass that got Martinelli into the box. I think Nwaneri got the ball to him, and at one time smacked it square into Martinelli's path. And that wasn't the only ball that was of similar ilk. There was a lot of great progressive passing from Mikel Merino. And what an asset he is. You know what I'm saying? Like, again, he's not the most physically adept person. He's not the most athletic person of all time, but what he will give you is intelligence and IQ in almost every phase of the game, and for that I can say what an asset, what an actual great addition to have into the team. When we needed to be calm, when we needed to be composed, I think he was the biggest force for that in the game, and that helped us build, that helped us grow, and yeah, it just helped us kick on into getting those goals. So from a huge, a signal booster of mentality and a signal booster of the way we should be playing with purpose. It was really good to see that cameo from Merino, man. Good stuff, really good stuff. And my man of the match today, the man that could not be denied, Gabriel Martinelli. Amidst the hate and scrutiny he's been getting over the past few days, man bags his first senior hat trick, and he does it with wonderful center forward poise, man. The center forward is still in him. It's still in him. It's not left, man. This season, he's done well to improve his all-round play. Again, crossing specifically, to make sure he was there. I think dribbling as well, but I think more markedly so. The increase in his crossing efficiency, the crossing capability, all that stuff. But at the end of the day, man, a lot of people have said this. I've said this for a long time. The way he broke in with the interchange with Jesus and being that center forward, the box instincts, the fox in the box instincts, that is something that cannot be understated. And in a time where there's going to be a lot of rotations, there's going to be a lot of movements there, I am not mad at giving him some run time in the 9 position in certain games this season. I'm not mad at that at all, bro. All of those goals, great positioning, great timing, great just poise to get those things on target. in terms of the set pieces from corners, in terms of the quick one where Jesus got across the ball. Again, he's a fox in the box. I think Gabriel Martinelli has a lot of fox in the box capabilities, man. He's gonna get on. He has the pace to get onto balls that are flashing across. He has just the nous to get his body in right positions for set pieces and what have you. We've seen this time and time again. He has capabilities to be a solid center forward option, and I've said this multiple times on Twitter where he could be good center forward depth. He very well could be. So it was very nice to see him get a hat trick, and not only do that, but really get involved in just the fracas and the fray inside the box and make things happen, man. I'm glad the center forward is still there. I'm glad it's still there. But that being said, that's the game. You know, we move on to the 4th round, finally breaking the hoodoo. Thank goodness. We don't know who we're going to get in the draw. We'll see tomorrow. But Wednesday, we come up against Chelsea in the Carabao Cup semi-final. Again, big players rested for that. Liam Rossinior's first game against us, so we'll see what's cooking with him. I didn't get a chance to see the Charlton game, so I don't know if he changed anything drastically and whatnot. But we'll see. We'll see. But until then, let me know what you thought about this game. Your favorite goal, favorite performances, how we're feeling about the team going into these next big games. Let me know in the comment section below. And with that being said, I'm going to get up out y'all hair. Hope y'all enjoy the rest of the day. You know what I'm saying? Drop your shoulders. Enjoy time with the family, friends, loved ones, all that good stuff, man. And then we move again on Wednesday. But my name is Full-Time Trip. That's all the time that we have. And until next time, y'all be easy. I'll see y'all later, man. COYG. Peace.